Baik, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Selamat pagi, sahabat semua. Saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada Unpad, Pak Baikesit yang mengundang saya mewakili kementerian khususnya Direktorat Kelembagaan Integriti dalam kegiatan-kegiatan yang sifatnya kalau kita melihat di terkait dengan promoting atau marketing higher education for the international global market, something like that. Itu bukan bagian daripada pekerjaan yang kita lakukan. So, sekali lagi saya sangat berterima kasih dengan inisiatif Unpad selalu mempromosikan tentang perlunya kita untuk go internasional, baik Unpad sendiri maupun teman-teman di lingkungan Unpad. Pada pagi ini, so this morning I would like to present about mostly when we're talking about the government, we are talking about the policy. So in this case, please allow me to inform about our policy on how to promote Indonesian university for the global market. So maybe this is not quite new for some of our audience because I see many familiar faces because we have so many workshops related to this one. So sometimes the person just the same person come to it. So, but we can see this one from other side. When we have the issue on how to about the marketing, and in our directorate, in our ministry is we have program how to promote our institution on the global market, something on the international space. So there's some policy that we have to develop this one, and later on we can have a comparison studies with other invited speakers how to promote or upon the side, so we can see match between Indonesian the government policy and also the university policy. And I already talked this morning with my friends, with the invited speakers, about what type of university in Indonesia, and then each university have their own kind of different policy, how to they run the program. So the good thing that now Unpad actually is more big, already the autonomous universities, so actually they have more autonomy to promote the university, and then hopefully through this kind of workshop, there's also some initiative program for the Pajajaran to become more internationalized. So on this case, I would like to have a title of my presentation about promoting Indonesian higher education in the global arena. Next, please. Oh, this one. Okay. When we are talking about promoting our higher education institution on the global, on the international space, of course we have to think about this the current trend or the current issue about the globalization, and we are talking about globalization, and then is some maybe you already know about what meaning by the globalization, especially on the right now, especially on the higher education. I just highlight some issue in this case that this is our responsibility related to the globalization, about the skill workforce, contribute to research base and other things, and innovation capacity, something like that. And of course, if we want to have, as you know, that is our part of our responsibility, so it means that we have to have a good university, a good education for our students. And the other issue is about the cross-border flows of ideas, students and faculties. Since now the globalization, that actually when you're talking about knowledge, actually the knowledge can be get quite easily. You know, we can open the Google program and find just searching some word, and then actually many things, information there. Actually, so now when we are talking about the mobility, sometimes we don't think about the knowledge, because knowledge can easier to get to internet or whatever. But what when you have to the cost or the mobility of students, we have to think about the environment, and then like For Indonesia, for example, when you want to have some student, not only knowledge, but they need to learn about knowledge. This morning I talking about the tourism something. It's a part of the issue that we can promote to our partner when they come to Indonesia. You can also learn about knowledge, you can also learn about culture, environment, something. So we can sell about that one, because Indonesia is quite unique. So we have to add other things besides just knowledge. And of course, knowledge is the important thing. But if we have other side to promote our university to our partner, they can become something more interesting for the student to study in Indonesia. And then of course, when we have this one, we need a networking, we need a collaboration, and incident on the global scale. Then now, when you're talking about the maybe I saying that now it tend to go. I can present the data about this one. Actually, now the common trend in many universities in the world, they think about the student. They want to promote on mobility for students. So we have to take this opportunity to develop program to take some students to come to Indonesia. For instance, come to Indonesia. Like maybe the model mentioned that I just came back from Surabaya. We have international summit. In this case, the event is we gather international students in Indonesia to think about Indonesia. So on this case, we are not promote about academic education, but we want in this case we promote how they know about Indonesia, how they can think about Indonesia, how they can promote Indonesia when they back home. So it's part of our promotion when they come back to their country and they can talking about the good thing about Indonesia, and also developing networking among the international students. So it's also part of our promotion. And then you know that when we run this program, we change year by year to different host institutions. So it means also they know about Indonesian university, they know about the area, about some province, and about the culture of each area. So you know, Indonesia is quite interesting to learn. And of course, when we're talking about the international competition, we're also talking about the insurance, the quality. Okay, we're also talking about the quality assurance, and then so of course we under our meeting we also concerned about the quality. Many efforts, many programs to develop to increase the quality of our institution. For example, now we have a program to promote more to accredit our institution. For example, from C to B or B to A, something like that. It's a part of us to, in order that we could have a better and better higher institution. Okay, and this is what I mentioned before, that when we want to market our institution, when we are talking about the global market, we can see this data, the trend of the common university in the world. Mostly we can see this is the data taken in 2010 on the transaction of at home in a global perspective. And then this is the survey, I think, from around 700 something institutions in the world. And then they ask about what the priority of your program when talking about internationalization. Most of the universities in the world, they put 44%, they're talking about mobility, opportunity mobility for the students. So actually when we want to go for the marketing, when we had a program given more opportunity for the student, I think it's a good thing. So that's why when we promote our institution, not only talking about this is our profile, this is our program, but there is nothing program related with accommodating the students, maybe for the short-term students, because many other countries, they have a program to give more opportunity for their students, but it's not a long-term program, it's a short-term program. So in this case, we have to take this opportunity when we have the program, we want to promote our institution. Please prepare something that we can take this opportunity, not just for the long program, because when we have a long-term program like full degree program, there are many things that we have to prepare, not just only about human resources, but also like language. You know, sometimes the obstacle that you have when talking about internationalization is talking about language. Sometimes not many our institutions have the internal program run in English. So that's why sometimes it's not easy to promote this one. But we have now step by step process for the big unit like Padijara, ITB, or many big institutions, they run this program. And even they have established like specific internet program to accept more international students to study the Sanskrit program. And even in our program, we have a program to ask our internal office to have a like short-term like summer course program in order to get these opportunities, to take these opportunities. See, on these two things, they are talking about students and later on about research collaboration and about curriculum and joint W program. But these two, the big two major each program, they are talking about the students. And the reason why they when they want to in the higher education, the reason again they want to impose student preparedness for the globalist and international world. You know, we are now in the era of Asian economic community, and then in this case there is a free flow of labor force, free flow of the person who will work on such specific services, and education is one of the services open for this kind of labor force. So that's why we are not ready for this one. We not have a good human resource for this one. Then we will get the the vetting for the development of our higher institution, because there's some big requirement for the other countries to establish like higher institutions in Indonesia, because I did mention that this morning with the other speaker that Indonesia right now the gross enrollment rate is around 30%, and then we have so many higher institutions, we have more than 4,000 right now, but the gross enrollment rate is still 30 or 32%. So it means there's more space for the international higher institution to establish Indonesia to take this opportunity, because when you're talking about 32%, so it means that around 68% students in Indonesia, they cannot have access to higher institution. There's many reasons, but one of the reasons may be about the capacity. So that's why if the later on we have some points universities establishing in Indonesia, and they put high quality with lower cost, so it becomes some the hard thing to compete by our institution. So that we have to think about that one. And okay, and then when you're talking about that one, this the reason to involve the student, and also to think about the curriculum, how to develop a good curriculum for in order to give interesting for the foreign student coming to Indonesia. And of course, through this internationalization, we can enhance internet profile and reputation. It is part of our promotion. If there are many foreign students, many foreign students coming to Indonesia and learning something, studying something, and then when they back home, they can talk to with their other friends or other students, and then so it can part of our agent to promote our institution. Okay, the benefit, same. The benefit also on the students, and what the program and study that we have related to our ministry. Of course, we have some regulation, because when we run this kind of cooperation, we have some kind of regulation, the official thing.
as a government to manage the institution. You know, we have so many institutions. We don't have this kind of regulation. Sometimes, you know, we do many program, and sometimes they just sharing the program without thinking about the quality. That's why some speak program related with the degree program, which Indonesia still keep on watching this kind of program. That's why the university who run the collaborative program, they need approval from the university. But for the autonomous university, they can run the program, but later on they have to inform us, to report us about the program. And after 2 years, we will see if the program is in line with our regulation or not. And on this our regulation, that the university can have more chance to develop cooperation with on the education, research and commercial activities, and then can we work with the universities, industry, and other institutions like local government and something like that. We give more authority for them to develop this kind of program. And of course, the cooperation must be based on mutual recognition, respect, understanding to promote knowledge, technology, and human can for better life. And also, when at the time I attend symposium or conference on the cross-border education cooperation on higher education. This is on the APEC economics country, Asian Pacific Economics Cooperation, and there are many countries involved in this one, many higher education from many countries involved in this one, and then talking about this one, and then agree on this one. Enhancing mobile student, enhancing mobile researcher, enhancing mobile education program, and D, enhancing is better program. So, and the first and the second one is, of course, this is what we have to do when we want to promote our organization, take this opportunity. But the C is part of the government. I mentioned that, for example, Australia, they are eagerly asking us in order they have university in Indonesia. They already have in Australia, in Malaysia, and then I'm talking about some government employees at your ministry talking about this policy. I think now they stop a while about establishing a foreign institution in it. So in Indonesia we just start, so that we define the policy and we refer to what's happened in Malaysia, in Singapore as a comparative, as a benchmarking what they are doing there. So maybe if we want to have this one, just an idea, they will be selecting higher institution to establish it. Maybe the best higher institution in the world, they can establish it, not only randomly universities coming to it, but we have to select it. So that's why it means that we open this opportunity, but we also give shape for our institution, because we follow the world regulation, but also we have to think about our institution, and then we still develop this kind of regulation to respond this movement for education providers. And when we go for our ministry, now we quite focusing on the quality. So that's why when this is the competency to promote the national competitiveness, of course it's also part of the national and international competitiveness, and we want to improve science, technology and innovation. And again, the mission, giving access, relevancy and quality. Again, the quality part of our target. And also this is also hopefully when we have many programs with the quality, it make easier for us to promote our higher education in the international space. And this is the just comparison that in the former ministry, we are focusing on access. So that's why under this decade, we have a new system we call Community College or Academic Komunitas, because it's part of the access. We add more access for our population to come on higher education. This community college just only one D1 or D2 program, just 1 and 2 years program, but mostly focusing on skill in order to respond the ASEAN economic communities. There is a free flow of labor force. So why we want to have labor force at the local area to have or to join on the local industry. But in the current period, we are focusing on quality, and later on the relevance with the for the relevance that we want to establish such program. It should be related with the need, what the global need now. So this is the difference on the target on the former minister and the current ministry. And this is some strategy when we're talking about increasing number of skilled and well-educated workforce. This is some strategy that we have, increasing government rate, number of qualified graduate, number of graduate or master entrepreneurship skill and other things. And also when talking about improving quality of higher education and research institution, this is a target like we now targeting at least 5 higher institutions to become 500 top ranked universities. We cannot do to all Indonesian universities, but we have to select some space in order they can Christianize us in the world. So they know, oh, this is this Indonesia. There's a good university in Indonesia, and later on we can increase number of good institutions to become on this step. And then we have to do that. We have to do that. And now, in order to increase the performance, we also develop center excellence at each university, at least one at higher institution to have center excellence on some specific field. It depends on the target of each institution. And improving quality of human resources, of course, which increase the number of faculty getting doctoral degree program. Right now in Indonesia, we have established a gradation effort to become a faculty member, at least they have master degree level. So that's why when we have the scholarship program, we promote more on doctoral degree program. Even in the government-to-government agreement, for example, at the time we had with Hungary, Poland, or even with other big countries, when we're talking about the higher education cooperation and talking about the scholarship program, we're just focusing on doctoral degree program. And even with the LPDP, we have some independent institution under the Ministry of Finance who provide the education funding. And on this one, we would like to have more allocation for our faculty to become to have access for the doctoral degree program. That's why it's also part of our policy to promote better or qualified higher institutions in order to easier them to promote on the international space. And okay, improving productive research and development, improving innovation. This is also our strategy right now. And strategic action and plans. And this is some study that we have. Mas Iki, kondisi apa di sini? Ya, oh sama. Bisa di ini. So there is some action that we have when we want to promote our higher on the. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Okay. First, the action that we have is encouraging. Okay, sorry. Okay. The exciting action that we have, encouraging and facilitating for internationalizing of higher education institution. So we have a policy to increase number of foreign students, staff student exchange and international program. And also we promote more cooperative program, but networking. So we attend some international higher exhibition like NAFSA in US, EIA in Europe, and we also have more own higher expo like Indonesian higher expo to go to some Asian countries or the neighboring countries to promote our higher education. And encouraging the partner and the excellent higher education institution, we strengthen the higher education with our international web now. That's why in this decade we targeting 5 higher education institutions to become top higher education in the world, and also part of our program. And sharing experience. So through this one, we are now promoting more on like a consortium. So when we have the best university, they have to share their knowledge or inviting other universities in the university to join such kind of program. You know, they can share their knowledge, they can share their networking. Sometimes when we want to have some good networking, most of the foreign institutions they just select some specific they already know about the university. They can easy to have the development networking, but if they never know about the institution, is hard. So by through such kind of consortium, hopefully it can make easier, because I think any university they have their own specific potential to develop in order to become interesting program. That's why we like about that one. And establishing such academic environment with encouraging for international competitiveness, capabilities for networking and collaboration. So that's why we set up some kind of grant to our institution to develop more internal program. Like we setting our internal office, and then we develop some grant to initiate internal program like joint DW program, even credit transfer, credit earning, and also the consortium. We have some funding to support this one. And of course, we will support on for national and international collaboration. This is the action that we have. And okay, and this is that we and the ministry. This is the common trend right now. We have joint DW program. Even with the LPDP, we discuss with them that they can support if such university develop the degree program and they need funding for their students on this program. And even in our community, we also promote this one. Even in any discussion, we hope that we can have a joint DW program instead of just sending full student overseas. But through this one, sometimes we have to think about our quality. If we have a good quality, it's easy to discuss about joint DW program. Accreditation, recognition, joint research, and on joint working group like with France, Taiwan, and Japan, and other countries, when we promote our education, we also talking about what the prospective program to promote our higher education and switching on the country like a bilateral cooperation. So like a student exchange, sub exchange, and joint research and publication. And of course, we know that we have a list of culture, art, and other things. So we are also promoting Indonesian culture. And through this one, hopefully they can know about Indonesia and they want to learn something about Indonesia. Because sometimes it's hard to promote on the engineering or maybe on other what's on maybe on medical or something like that to big countries like in Europe or America. But if you can promote such kind of thing, is just not speak in Indonesia like culture, art, it is. So step by step we can at least they are know about Indonesia, and we can promote many other fields. And this is we increase the research funding. Even now the under Ministry of Research and Higher Education, we all get more funding on research, and many program to initiate joint research, like with Australia, we have Asian in Indonesia Center with Indonesia to have joint research, and with UK we have Newton Farm program also to promote joint research, and through this joint research, hopefully many countries, many nations know about what has been done by our institution related to research kind of research, and improving the quality of faculty profile and capabilities on general publication. Even we provide some program we call SAME, Scheme Academic Mobility and Exchange. We provide some opportunity for our faculty members to go abroad to doing on joint research and publication. And also we provide some program for our doctoral degree students to come to go overseas to doing their dissertation or their research in short-term program like 4 to 9 months. So we have the program in order to have a qualified human resources, and then later on become a qualified institution, and of course later on to easier for promoting the institution. And of course ICT scholarship, and then we have some small funding for scholarship for foreign students, like we have the KNB program and the Mahasiswa Scholarship program. KNB is mostly master degree program, and the Mahasiswa for the short-term program. And the good thing for the Mahasiswa, they learn something about Indonesia, and the impact is later on they want to study in Indonesia for the master degree level. So this is I think the good thing when we want to promote our institution, and the good thing that Pajajaran is part of our institution who has this program, KNB scholarship program. But for other institutions, because on the KNB, because we have got a limited number of allocation, so we generally select just 15 universities to run this program. But for the Mahasiswa, actually many universities access this one because they have 700 allocation to accept the foreign student coming to Indonesia. And this is the program that we have, mostly specific on our directorate, that we provide this one. Okay, we have the guidance on joint WT program. Okay, we promote and strengthen our internal office, and we engage in the internal event like NAFTA, I will mention in part of our program, joint degree program, and then for the students, we also already have online services. So for the registration of applying for the new foreign student studying in Indonesia, they can do through online, and we just we can do only 1 week or maximum 2 weeks to provide the letters. And this year we also discussing with the immigration. Hopefully next year we could have the student visa. So that's why I think this is a policy to make easier for the student, international student coming to Indonesia. Okay. And within the student mobilities, we have some program exists, and then we import on this program. Through this program, we can also use this program to promote our institution. Like in AIMS, we have some program on ASEAN internal mobility for students. I think in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam. And we also Erasmus Plus, Mundus Plus. I think at the time European Union also promote the program for short-term career transfer or short-term mobility for our students to go to some kind of European higher institution, and they provide some funding to certify. And New Colombo Plan, this is on Australia. They have a program to send their students to start to learn something on the Asian countries, and then Indonesia is one of the countries to be as a target. And I think if it's about our opportunity when we want to promote and take this opportunity, and then if we could provide them a short-term program, a good short-term program, we can take this opportunity. And of course, during the WNT program, become a trend now. We always promote this one to have more and more join the WNT Stanford program. And among the Indonesian country, Indonesian university, we have also student mobility, we call Permata, Pertukaran Mahasiswa Nusantara. That's why the mobility not only from in-country to go abroad, but also among the in-country students like West, Eastern, and then Central part of Indonesia, they changed for the student mobility there. And then of course there are some challenge that we have when we want to have students coming to Indonesia. I think it has to be considered by our institution, about different education standard system, language, facilities, and about mutual understanding. Of course, we need to have some spec units, like for example in an office. You know, we have more than 4,000 higher education, but under my record, we just only got 150 or even 200. Indonesian higher education already have the Indonesian office, so it's become a challenge for us. So it means that not all Indonesian universities are already ready for the global competition or to have a mission to go more on international space, because the quite few number of institutions already have some strict text to handle the foreign inbound students. And when talking about the mental and supervision, sometimes language becomes the obstacle. There not many faculty members ready to supervise the foreign student in something in English or something like that. Also become obstacle, but hopefully through some program, a scholarship program, we can have more and more our faculty. They have a good capability in speaking English. Okay, this is strategies that we have. I think we got that one. Promoting, branding, building niche, cultural art, hosting an event, staff and enjoy this. This is some program when we work with our university to program, collaborative program, even funding to have this kind of event. Yeah, I think that program that you have, we agree that we want to promote our university on the internet space, and as a government, we provide some policy, some program to make to facilitate them on this one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Permata.